Tape marker, the Glorias review. Action! What's going on, Alamo City Movie Talk fans? I'm Ryan D, aka Ryan680.
I'm Angela, Ange.
And this is Alamo City Movie Talk. Movie talk for movie fans, guys, who bring the movie world right into your ears, devices. Thank you for making us a part of your day. Let's get right to it, guys. This is our review of the Glorias. Now, the Glorias tells a story of a biopic of an iconic person that's still alive to this day. Gloria Steinem. Yeah, Steinem. Oh, I hesitated a little bit there. Gloria Steinem, and just wow, Angela, get us started, man. I mean, what I know, and it's funny too because it touches up on a lot of saucy topics, I guess you could say.
Well, yeah. I mean, it does. It is about her life, and she for the most part, she's known for her movement.
Yeah.
For equal rights for women, for women's reproductive rights, you know, in the 70s, 80s, even today. So, I mean, she is such an iconic woman. And so just the story tells her about her life, you know, from when she was a young child to all the way until probably about now.
Yeah.
So, which is really interesting to see that. I personally am like, I don't want to say super invested, but those are definitely topics and issues that I like. I don't want to say fight for, but I definitely have strong opinions on that.
So when I go into this movie like this, and when I saw the trailer, I was just like, hey, it feels like it's gonna be one of those movies to where, like, at first again, it's gonna be like, oh, hate men, but it's really not. I mean, I hate
that's like, okay. So that's the thing.
That's kind of like where it kind of okay, because it could get misinterpreted, vice versa. It really can, and it just a lot of those things, a lot of situations. It's just like, you know, you struggle with just, you know, figuring out what story you want to tell. You can't just be like, oh, just hate men, you know, or just like hate women, you know. It doesn't matter. It could be vice versa. And I really adored how Julianne Moore really put the heart and soul in this role. Like, I feel like she really comes down to earth. And again, it's Julianne Moore, and just I feel like she really has that touch of just heartfulness and just caring, and just makes this movie have soul in a sense. And I feel like if it would have been anybody else, it would have been very hard to do that in a sense, because she really has those just charming.
She really embodied Gloria Steinem in this, and I really like that. Yeah. So obviously she plays Gloria in her later years.
Yeah.
But it's interesting the way that this movie was set up. It's like her older self is having conversations with her past.
I do love that so much. That shadowing, that just wow. Like, I love that so much that I wish we could do that in our day, right? Just talk to our past selves. You know, that's really cool. I love that. I've seen that a few times in movies, so this ain't nothing new whatsoever. I really love that. I felt like this really shaped this movie when you kept going back and forth. But it was that's another thing too. When movies go like this, when they really go back and forth in time, it's kind of hard to follow. This is not the case. It's really easy to follow, which I was very surprised because of just the situations they're talking about, the different times, different decades of her life. And I'm just like, wow, like, this is really good to follow, and it educates people. Like, it really, like, movies like this, you need, you know, it needs to be in history class, you know, stuff like this.
It should.
Yeah, like, and here's the thing, it's not far-sighted, you know, to the left or right, you know, no, it shows the majority of the facts that happened, you know, and you can fact check it as much as you want, but these are the facts that exactly happened in her eyes and in her life, and that's why I like biopics, you know, just I love, but what else you want to give, Angela? I know you have a lot of stuff.
So I know there's a big misconception when it comes to, like, feminism and women's movement, that you hate men. Like, no, it's not that. You really want to fight for that equal rights, which you see, like, the differences and the struggles that she's gone through in her life because she's a woman. And, you know, she stands up for it, and she's like, you know, this is not okay. And you see the way, like, it's progressed, how she evolves into this speaker, and she, you know, she there's a scene where she's like, I get stage fright. I don't like speaking in front of people. I don't like public speaking. And then you see her evolve over time to where she is today. And I think that's really cool to see that. I mean, you see other characters that are very influential in her life too. I really like how we see the creation of the Ms. magazine.
Yes,
I really like that. Was really cool to see.
Yeah,
to see that idea come, and then to see it prosper and be successful, and then just see this change and how I guess they influenced the social movement. I really like that.
Yeah, and I would say like whenever she became older, there was no filter. Like she's told exactly how she felt. And that could be good and bad. We see that nowadays. Like it could be good and bad. And here's the thing. I just I kept thinking in my mind. I was just like, man, the way this movie's flowed, the way it's edited, I love that. I love the screenplay out of this. I really do. It's well put together, well done. Just significant moments. I love that too. They mentioned the MLK march. They mentioned a lot of marches here, the women's march as well, of course, and just
makes me want to protest.
And there's this one quote that I really hated that I was just like, really, dude? Like this guy really said a quote from the film. He says, "You write like a man." Like I'm just like, what?
That's how it was back in the day.
Like, come on.
That's how it was. Yeah, that's how it was.
It just shows awareness on women's rights, and this could.
And how it used to be, like in the 60s, 70s, maybe even 80s, like it was very definitely there was a gap in what people thought women should do and what men should do or what women are capable of doing. So I feel like she was one of the people. There's a lot of people in time, but she definitely did her part in doing this movement. There's
a lot of symbolism in here, and I love that because it shows us the shape of even at the time in the when she's talking to her old self, to her middle-aged self, and then to her older self, and then to her older self. So I love that whole that whole moments together. And it just really shapes the film a lot. It gets you to care about this person. It gets you to care about what her beliefs are and still are to this day. And I love that about it. I mean, I love that about this film. I love this film more than I thought I would, I guess, in a sense.
I think he's always like, oh, it's a political film. I'm just gonna love it. I was like,
you're right, I do. Very sensitive topics, but hey, that's what we're here for. Maybe you really did love the movie. Put on the comments down below. Maybe you hated the movie. Tell us why as well. But was this the film that we deserved, Angela?
It sure is. It definitely tells a story of how certain people have shaped equal rights, reproductive rights for women. How they're still fighting for that today, and I really enjoyed it, and I feel like a lot of more people should see this and know about this. I think it's very not only educational, informational, but it's very well done.
Yes, no, most definitely, most definitely there. Yeah, and again, a really good cast in here. A few of the people I don't really know, but a few of them are, of course, we know the lead role, Juliana Moore. But I love this once again. I really did love the shape of this film. I really love how the outcome came out to be, because I was just like, all right. You're leading up, and it led up to to the most current event, which was the last election, not this election, of course, but the last election, and it showed so much of just current events, a lot of current situations, and again, everyone has a right to their opinion, and we share that here, as well, and we share it. And it should be shared everywhere. A lot of people like to troll a lot, and just like, man, screw those trolls, man, screw them. But I mean, it's just this person trying to figure out life and everything, man or woman, just you're figuring out life, and you come to find out you can't do those things because of your gender. That's not right. That's not right whatsoever. As long as you get the job done, that's where you belong,
I feel like to each his own. Like, I know throughout different points they highlighted marriage. Partly like, oh, you're such a young woman, why aren't you married?
They kept attacking her because she wasn't married,
or
because she wasn't
do you
married.
regret not getting married? And she's like, no, like I'm living my life. I have work to do.
Yeah, like they were, and that's anybody though. When you succeed like that, they're gonna attack you from all different angles. If you succeed or whatever the case may be, guys, they're gonna attack you from all different angles. If you're a single mom, why are you a single mom? They're gonna attack of all different sides. And just stay cool, guys. To each his own, and everyone has a right to their opinion. And be strong, ladies. Be strong. Men too. All right. Rating 1 out of 10. 10 being the highest. What are you gonna give this, Angela? I'm gonna give this a solid 8. I feel like this film really did carry. I mean, I was entertained throughout the whole movie. And here's the thing, though. I love biopics. I love biography films. I love all that stuff. So it really intrigued me to see this, but I thought it was just to be far left side. Like, again, I thought it was gonna be just a man hate thing, but it actually showed us a middle ground. And that's the thing about even about election to this day. We need to have a middle ground, ladies and gentlemen. We need to have a middle ground to show like, hey, this is my opinion of you and this is your opinion of me. Therefore, okay, cool. Let's settle it. Let's meet somewhere in the middle. Maybe I won't change completely. Maybe you won't change completely, but we could change halfway. And we could, go into those debates and talk about things rational and just calm and not get emotional. But that's not the case right now. What's going on? But it's just getting too emotional, guys. Too emotional. But hey, hopefully everyone stay safe with what's going on and everything, and share your opinion, guys. Just don't go overboard. I would say just yeah. What are you gonna give this rating, Angela?
So I'm going to rate it an 8.
All right.
Because it was very well done. I really liked the cast. Julianne Moore. I know Janelle Monáe. She had a little part in it.
I forgot.
I love Janelle Monáe.
Great. She's great.
A lot of the younger version of her, like when she was a child, and when she was in her early 20s, the actress, they all did very well too. Yeah. I would say it's a solid 8 for the writing, for the way it was presented, the editing. I like the flashbacks, like you said, it's not too confusing. Mm-hmm. And overall, it's just a really great story. It's very inspirational. It motivated me to be like, I want to go protest now. I want to be marching for women.
It definitely is a motivation film. It definitely is it's one of those films to where, it really gets you thinking, and that's good because, it makes you question. Like the democracy film we just saw, makes you want to vote, makes you want to make a change in the world, and that's awesome. Whether you vote or whether you don't, maybe you make a change somewhere else different, and you can. And you march or you protest, that's a change right there, guys. You're helping make a change. All right, but yeah, so any more final thoughts?
Just a disclaimer, it's a little bit longer movie.
Yeah,
2.5 hour movie.
Yeah, it comes out 2 hours and 19 minutes to be exact.
So that it was very surprising. But would I take anything out of it? Probably not. Yeah. Because I feel like the different scenes that we see throughout her life explains why she is the way she is today, what she stands for, what she fights for. Mm-hmm. So I wouldn't take anything out of it, even though it is a little bit longer than usual. Yeah. I still think.
But there's a lot of story there, and I feel like that's why I was all like, man, this movie's 2 hours, but there's a lot of story.
Because you're cramming 70
something years,
8 years into a 2 hour film. That's a lot to do. Mm-hmm. And she's done a lot. She's a writer. Yeah. She's an activist. She's done so much.
I just feel like you could have taken a little bit out. Maybe 20 minutes out of the film, and it still would have been good.
I mean, I can see where you're coming from, but I wouldn't know off the top of my head what I would want to take out.
Yeah, I would have to rewatch the whole film again and be like, all right, I'm going to take away this part. Right? Yeah, I couldn't tell you all the top of my head either. But yeah, all right. All right, so you give it an 8, right? All right, Alamo City Movie Talk does recommend this movie, guys. Be sure to check this movie at a theater. Well, if select theaters or videos on demand if the theaters are not open yet. But it's going to be on videos on demand, guys. So be sure to check that out. But yeah, Alamo City Movie Talk does recommend this movie. And yeah, any more final thoughts, Angela?
Just be open. Just be open about it.
Open mind.
Yeah, go with an open mind. Even though it's a little bit longer, it is worth it in my opinion. I think you'll find value in it too. So just give it a try. Give it a shot.
Maybe you won't like the whole movie. Maybe you like half of the movie. That's good.
Or maybe you don't like it at all. I mean, it's.
At least you gave it a chance, guys. Remember that.
So I would say just be open about it. Give it a try. I think it's definitely worth a shot.
All right, guys. As always, I'm your host, Ryan D. You can call me Ryan680.
I'm Angela at that Cat Lady Ange.
And this is Alamo City Movie Talk, guys. Be sure to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Give us a thumbs up review, guys. Have a good one.